So released in 2025, this is the Nike Aqua Deep Night and Laser Orange, and this came in a bunch of different colorways, and there's a black colorway and also this sort of khaki light sort of grey cream color, and then also I think there was a red color, if I believe, and then there's this deep night orange, and yeah, I think it's this one looks really cool, and I'll explain the reasons why. They were originally released in 1992 and pretty much made as a water-friendly shoe. So in the sense of, you know, you can use it to walk around on the beach, and also sort of those sort of rocky terrains and pebbles and things of that nature, because of the fact that it's got a sort of quite a sort of flexible outsole. So for that reason, you know, it works well for that. And I also like the box as well. Overall, I think it's got a really cool design and sort of mimics that early 90s, and again, you know, it's one of those sort of classic type Nike shoes with that sort of vivid colour going all over it, which I really love personally. I think it's a really cool touch, and the box is very small as well to hold the sneakers in. So with the details, it's got a deep night blue and laser orange colourway, so you can sort of see that here, and it's got Nike on the back, on the heel, and I kind of like the sort of phase that they went through at time where the Nike branding was quite sort of minimal, and with this one in particular, a similar sort of thing. And it's also got a strobel board inside, so you can sort of see that here. It's literally like a piece of, as far as I know, cardboard, and that kind of gives it more sort of rigid and structure. And obviously you need that if you're sort of walking on sort of more rocky terrain, but also allowing it to be enough flexibility. And it's also got a rubber outsole, slightly on the heavier side, but it works well in my opinion. And also it's got textile uppers, so you can see that here. It's really nice and stretchy, and it feels comfortable on foot in all honesty. Quite similar to, I suppose, what you'd have like with the Yeezy pods, but this is, you know, like a better thing in my eyes. And the price for these is £60. So with the comfort and sizing, these are on the medium to firm side, as you probably would have guessed, and they also sort of sit like, you know, sort of low to the ground as well, in my opinion. And for some reason, I feel like they have like a contoured insole. I might be like incorrect on that, but when I have my foot in there, I can just sort of feel it's got quite sort of being nice and supportive, and a little bit cushiony as well, so I think maybe that's coming from the stitched in insole. Also, I think the wearing time of these, obviously there isn't any. It's pretty good to go out the box, you know, you can sort of put them on straight away. There's a little bit of sort of tight fit, and that's to be expected because of the sort of rubberized ankle collar area. And I'd go true to size. I think you can only go true to size in these. It only comes in full sizes, so just be wary of that. And in all honesty, I think the grip on this works well. It's really what's the word? Just feels really sort of sticky, which is, you know, I wasn't expecting that when I saw the pictures for this in terms of its outsole. I was thinking, you know, it won't be that great, but to me, I think it looks like it's going to work well. You know, especially with that, you know, the sort of rocky terrains or sandy terrains, I think it would work well. You know, just because it just feels really grippy and rubbery. So with the look and style, as I said earlier, I do like the 90s colourway, and that's why I sort of chose this one. I think it reflects it really well, and I think the red colourway does as well. But, you know, also the black colourway works and kind of makes it look like a better Yeezy pod in all honesty, but obviously, you know, these came out first. And it's a good sort of spring summertime piece of footwear if you're not going to be using it in sort of rocky and water terrains. You know, it's still good to go, you know, for spring summertime in my opinion. You know, it's got a nice sort of breathability, and because it's got that sort of sock-like structure as well, you know, you can get away with wearing it as sneakers. I don't think anyone's going to sort of bat an eyelid at, you know, this particular pair, unlike the Yeezy pods, which pretty much look more like a sock. And it's a good sort of casual wear piece of footwear. I think if you have the black ones, you can probably dress them up more smarter, but with this particular pair being sort of blue and orange, you know, just very much casual. And the fact that it's a slip-on shoe, it's just easier to put on and off. Obviously, it's a little bit tight to kind of get in there, but other than that, you know, it's good to go. And I think once you have them on, they feel very secure. So with the final thoughts, I do like the flexible upper. I think it's really nice and really sort of stretchy, and I'm not sure how much sand, that sort of thing, it will let in, but it looks like it will dry very quickly as well. And it's also quite sort of lightweight. The only heaviness is just the outsole rubber, but that kind of needs to be sort of more rugged anyway, in my opinion, if you're going to be walking on sort of rocky terrain. And I like the 90s colour style, like I said earlier. And also in terms of cons, being comfort, if you're looking for something plush and cushiony, this is not it. This is, like I said, it's got a specific purpose, but you can still use it for like everyday use. And the sizing, so like I said, they only come in full sizes, so you know, if you're in between sizes, you're going to miss out. And you know, my toe comes to about here with like socks on, so which is enough space for me, maybe a little bit more than what I was thinking that it's going to have, but to tell you the truth, I'm kind of happy with that. So with the ratings, I'm going to give the look and style a 4. I mean, obviously it's like a sock-like shoe. It's not going to set the world on fire, but for the job that it's intended to do, I think it would work well. And also the comfort, I'm going to give it a 4. I don't think it's a 3. I think there's something going on in there where it just feels quite contoured to your foot. And like I said, the insole that they've got in there's got a sort of rubberized texture going on, and I think it would again lend itself well to sort of drying, especially if you get wet. And the quality, I'm going to give that a 4. I think, in terms of the materials, obviously you are paying a bit more money for these, but I think it sort of justifies the cost. And with these ones, they pretty much sold out quite quickly on these sneakers. I've been sort of quite a lot of sizes, so they seem to be quite popular. And overall, I'm going to give the score a 4. I think, as a piece of footwear, there's obviously better things to choose if you wanted more sort of comfort. But if you're looking for a pair, for the specific purpose, if you're, looking to go to, you go to a lot of beaches or sort of pebbly or sort of sandy or rocky sort of terrain near the beach or near the sea, then this is perfect for that. But also, just for the wear casually, especially in sort of hot weather, I think these work perfectly. So it's got its, uses. And, in all honesty, like, I have the Yeezy Pods, but I've never worn them. But I think I'd probably get more use out of these, for example, because they just sort of slip on rather than just sort of being big socks to wear. And the Yeezy Pods are sort of quite thick as well. So, this is like perfect for, even for things like going on a plane or, going through an airport, that kind of thing, where you kind of going through security and taking shoes on and off. So, things of that nature, I think it works well. And also people, who've got sort of issues with their upper foot as well. And I think this one, because it's got like a flexible upper, it works pretty well.